TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Well, let's see. I was probably 13, 14. I got in some trouble, around home, and anyway, my uncle, my parents, see, they come and bailed me out the first time, and the second time, I needed not a bondsman, but somebody to come and put something up,
right,
for me, But anyway, so my uncle, he was his name was Captain Hook, and he come and bailed me out, and anyway, he was a one-armed man, and he got me into wrestling, after that.
Right. Is it true that you started wrestling at the age of 14?
Yeah.
How did you go about getting your license, I guess?
Well, I just lied about my age, and stuff like that,
Right, right. Who was like, were you a big wrestling fan growing up?
Yeah, sure was.
What promotion did you watch?
Well, NWA out of Chattanooga. It was Nick Goulas, Harry Thornton, and Roy Welch.
Right.
But anyway, some of the wrestlers back then was Jackie Fargo, Tojo Yamamoto, and the interns, and Dr. Ken Ramey and the interns, and Saul Wangroff and the Germans, and Les Thatcher.
Right.
He was a big card in Chattanooga, but anyway, Dennis Hall, all them guys,
Right, right. Now, when you started wrestling, who were some of the veterans that helped break you in and took you on the side and taught you the business?
Well, Don Carson and Mongolian Stomper, they really they helped me more than anybody, and I guess Mongolian Stomper, he took me into his place in Knoxville, and he let me stay there a couple of weeks, and seen that I was, pretty good athlete, and so he sent me on over to Canada, which Don managed the Mongolian Stomper, in Knoxville, but Don had to leave to go to Canada, and he was taking over the book there, but anyway, after I spent a couple of weeks with the Mongolian Stomper, Archie Goaty's his name,
right.
But anyway, after I spent a couple of weeks with him, he seen that I was ready for it.
He taught you how to bump and stuff, basically, and taught you through the ropes.
Yeah.
You went up to Canada, you said?
Yeah, Nova Scotia. It was Maritime something, I was only 15, just turned 16, and anyway, it was kind of a long trip from home,
Definitely. From Canada, what territory did you go to from there?
I went to Memphis.
Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis, and went with Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett, them guys, but anyway, that didn't last too long either,
Was it because of the money, or is it just because of the road schedule, or?
Well, no, it was probably, I don't know, it was probably because I couldn't do no interviews, and stuff, and anyway,
they were big on interviews back then and stuff with their TV show. From there, what year was this around? How old were you when you were in Memphis?
I was 16.
Wow. Wow. 16. And you're on TV already, right?
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
I was on TV probably when I was 14, going as Mr. Wrestling, number 2 or number 3.
Oh, you wore a mask so they couldn't tell.
That was hometown, and so anyway, I was going to school and playing football, and anyway, I had to wear a hood,
That's awesome.